Welcome back to Day 3 coverage of the 2018 NCAC Swimming and Diving Championships from the Trumbull Aquatics Center on the campus of Denison University in Granville, Ohio. Again, I am Russell Kramer of the North Coast Athletic Conference office. Thank you for joining us as we bring you exclusive coverage all week of the 34th NCAC Swimming and Diving Championship. Friday finals opened in front of a near-capacity crowd with the 200 medley relay. In the men's race, Denison won the event for the 6th consecutive year, tying the longest such streak in conference history. The Big Red quartet of junior Carson Clear, junior Kenny Fox, senior Liam Marsden Redford, and sophomore Kimani Sr. combined for an NCAA B-cut time of 1:29.15. Rounding out the top three was Kenyon in second, and Wabash earned all NCAC honors in the event for the first time since 2015 in the 200 medley. In the women's race, Kenyon returned to the top of the podium for the first time since 2015 as freshman Cryle Hart, freshman Makina Markert, freshman Emerson Myris, and junior Hannah Orbach Mandel turned in an NCAA B-cut time of 1:41.18. Ohio Wesleyan finished second and earned all conference honors in a relay event for the first time since 1991 when the Bishops finished third in the 400 relay. And Worcester finished third in tonight's event as the Fighting Scots earned their first all-conference relay honors since 2012. In the first individual event of the night, the men's 400 IM, Denison junior Matt Hedman won his first NCAC title, touching the wall in an NCAC meet record 3:54 flat.
Well, first off, very excited. It's my first one, so it's obviously very exciting. It just felt really smooth from the beginning and really built it and brought it home in a freestyle really well.
Yeah, obviously the IM testing all your strokes. Where did you feel most confident throughout the course of the race, and what stroke did you kind of lean on to really give you that boost of confidence to head into your NCAC title there?
Probably the breaststroke. I've really been working on that a lot this season, and it really helped out tonight. Dropped a 107 split, which is very good for me. So I just used the momentum from that to take it in my freestyle and bring it home.
And finally, Matt, obviously a great day for the Big Red, a lot of individual champions. What's kind of the mood with the team right now, and how do you continue this momentum heading into the final day of Saturday tomorrow?
It's very good. Lots of people are swimming very fast. Everyone's really happy. We just got to keep the energy up and finish this out tomorrow.
Denison completed the sweep in the 400 IM on Friday evening after sophomore Natalie Zaravella picked up her first career NCAC title with an NCAA B-cut time of 4:26.71.
I honestly don't remember the race very much. I kind of try to let my body take over and not do any thinking. But when I looked up at the scoreboard and saw the one next to it, I was really happy. I had my first ever dual meet win just a few weeks ago, so felt really good to get the conference win too.
The 400 IM certainly test all the strokes across the board. For you, where were you gaining confidence as the race went on, and where did you feel like you kind of sort of took over and found strength within the race?
So all day I really just visualized myself winning. I knew I had it in me and I was really going for it. And when I wasn't last after the backstroke, that's when I knew I had a chance. Tried to pull ahead as much as I could on the breaststroke and just hang on to the freestyle. It's
been exciting day 2 here at the NCAC Championships. Looking ahead to tomorrow, Saturday, what's kind of the feeling on the deck with the Big Red? How excited is this group to head into Saturday's finals?
We've had so many inspiring swims on both the men's and women's side this meet, so I think we're just going in tomorrow trying to carry through the momentum and really close out with a really strong meet.
In the 100 fly, Denison sophomore Kimani Sr. reached the wall first in 48.69 for his second individual title of the meet after he also placed first in the 50 free on Thursday night.
It was a great race. Going into it, the only really thing I was thinking about was just being out fast, you know. I had some fast swimmers in that race. You know, my teammate Liam, he's a very fast swimmer, so I knew if I wanted to be competitive with him, I had to be out just as fast as him.
This is the first time since 2012 that a men's swimmer has doubled up, winning the individual title in the 50 freestyle and the 100 fly. Are there any similarities? Why were you so able to be so comfortable in those two events this weekend?
Not really. Well, I would say my mentality going into the race was just putting on my blinders, you know, not getting in my own way, just swimming the way I know how to swim and letting the races come together.
And finally for you, this has been really a big breakout conference championship. Now 5 NCAC titles, the 2 individual and 3 relays. How much fun are you having with your teammates, and how much confidence is this giving you in terms of sort of your mental strength?
I'm having a great time. You know, my teammates are swimming fast. I'm swimming fast. Swimming is a lot more fun when you're swimming fast. So it's been really great. In terms of confidence, I feel great. Each race, I just gain more and more confidence going into the next one, and I just want to keep it rolling.
Freshman Kryl Hart continued to impress the crowd in her debut of the conference meet by setting another pool record, an NCAC record, this time outpacing the field in the A finals of the 100 butterfly with a time of 54:55.
This morning in the event, I'd say the last 50 hurt, and so this tonight I really focused in my warm-ups to get that endurance feel back so that during the race I could bring it home well, and I feel like it went well for me today. So yeah.
Looking ahead to tomorrow, so many more exciting swims still to come for this team. What's been kind of the message to the group on the deck as you look ahead to the final day of the NCAC Championships?
Today, Jess told our team that for the rest of the meet we should just clear our minds and just have fun. And I think everyone is starting to do that really well, especially this session. So hopefully tomorrow we'll continue that and we'll all have fun.
The Big Red added yet another conference crown on the men's side in the next individual event as freshman Drake Horton posted at winning an NCAA B-cut time of 1:38.11 in the 200 free.
I was super excited. Like, I've just been training for this all year. It was super awesome. Was trying to just swim my best for the team. You know, I love those guys, so I want to go out and be able to perform for them. So.
200-yard freestyle, always that unique sprint distance race. Where did you get your strength as the race unfolded throughout the course of the night?
I always like to push my third 50 a lot. That's always been my strength, is I've been able to always like turn on my kick in the third 50 and then finish hard. So.
And finally for you, Drake, in your freshman season, obviously this is a whole new experience for you in NCAC championship environment. What's it been like to you? How fun have finals been in the evening in terms of this crowd really getting behind everybody?
It's been a whole new atmosphere. Like, it's been awesome. It's super like amazing just to be out there with everybody, and I've been loving it so far. In
the women's 200 freestyle, Kenyon junior Hannah Orbach Mandel became the third straight Kenyan swimmer to take home gold in the event at the NCAC Championships with an NCAA B-cut time of 1:49.14.
Yeah, so, I mean, it hurt a lot this morning, so I kind of went into it. I know the 200 free, I do it a lot. I knew it was going to hurt a lot, so I just wanted to go for it and lay it all out there and just race, which is what I did, and it was fun. And, yeah, it's really exciting for the rest of the weekend and to give that boost of confidence going into the last day tomorrow. It's great.
The 200 freestyle, obviously a great mix of kind of that sprint, but also distance as well. Kind of, at what point in the race did you start to gain confidence and feel like you were going to be able to take it home and be crowned the NCAC champion?
So I really like to take out like the first 100 really strong and then just go for it on the last 100. So going into that last 100, I was just like, I'm going to go now and I'm going to hope for it. And then I felt like I could, and then I did. So it was great.
The ladies have had some really nice swims tonight on the second full day of the NCAC championship. A couple of individual titles, a relay title. Just kind of take me through what this day's been like for this team and how much confidence was built from the group as a whole moving into tomorrow.
Yeah, it was really great this morning. You know, Jess told us we were kind of like, it was all over the place. So we really wanted to focus on tonight and investing in each other's successes. And I think we were able to do that really well, and we had a lot of successes, so that was really fun and really great to see everyone really happy and positive and just racing.
In the men's 100 breaststroke, DePauw senior Sam McManus topped the championship field with an NCAA B-cut time of 54.95 to become just the third Tiger swimmer in program history to win an individual event title at the NCAC meet.
I mean, it's definitely good company. Like Casey Hooker and Brandon Schultes. Guys that I really looked up to. So I knew kind of coming into it, I was a really good seed time from our mid-season meet. And I had a good prelim swim. I was really happy with it, kind of laid off the gas. And so coming back tonight, I knew it was going to be a pretty tight field. But I knew that there was some stuff I really needed to tune up. My turns, particularly, could still use a little bit of work. But it was a really good race. I mean, it's nice to have a meet like this between mid-season and nationals to just come in, tune up, and see what needs to be done.
Hey, you mentioned sort of taking the gas off a little bit this morning in prelims, but even with that, you dropped over a second into the finals. At what point in the race did you really start to gain confidence and to feel like the NCAC title was certainly within your grasp? Because I know as I watched that last really 50-25, you started to pull away, and it was very impressive.
I've always, I started off more as a 200 breaststroker. It was the first school record I broke, so I've always been more of like a back half swimmer. I don't have the best speed. Like, I'm not a really good 50 breaststroker on relays, but I translated pretty well into the 100 with just being able to hold on. So I know, like, usually at the 50, if I'm with guys, that's where I really excel and start to pull away from the field. Like, I feel like I can really dig deep and pull something out from deep inside.
For you today, obviously, was very exciting getting that individual NCAC title. Still a whole nother day left of this NCAC Championships. What's been kind of the mood, the mentality on the deck for you and the rest of your Tiger teammates, and what's the message heading into tomorrow to make sure you guys close this out in the best possible fashion?
I think we're in a really good spot right now. We're in a good battle with Wabash right now for third, and we're getting, like, really pumped for that. It's fun to be a part of, like, some of these relays with some guys that have been on the team with for a couple years now. So I feel like as the team's gotten older and, like, as I've grown and I've kind of fallen into that mentor role as, like, a teammate, as a captain, it's just, instead of, like, the one being inspired, I need to be the one to go out and sort of, like, inspire people and get people to kick into that next gear. So, I mean, if I can do that, like, on a day-to-day basis and at big meets like this, then I think it's a big success. And we've seen a lot of guys get up and have some great swims, both at morning and at night, do good time drops. So I think that's, like, a testament to where we're at right now. We've got some really young guys who are showing some great potential, and I know that in a couple of years they're going to be really, really good.
Denison sophomore KT Kustridge, the 2017 NCAC Newcomer of the Year, logged her first individual event title of the 2018 meet in the 100 breaststroke in record-setting fashion as she posted a time of 1:01.74, which not only surpassed the NCAA A-cut standard, but also topped both the NCAC and pool records in the event.
You know, I just knew I needed to go out faster than I did this morning, just kind of get after it. I'm not feeling very fast and zippy right now, but just going after it and closing hard was really just the strategy tonight.
When you're not feeling your best, you swam, really fast. You hold the fastest time in the country to this point in the season in this event. Does the crowd, does the atmosphere kind of help give you a little extra energy and a boost when maybe you're not feeling 100%?
Yeah, definitely. Just, like, feeling the crowd, feeling all the parents and all of our teammates just on the sidelines just kind of brings me there, gets me to the wall faster.
Was there a moment in the race where the confidence at least kind of grew for you a little bit, and you were, able to kind of get in control of the race that you wanted to swim?
Definitely, just the third 25. I always just try to take off the third 25. It is foot cramp Friday, and I got a foot cramp today, so we're feeling it.
And finally, obviously, looking ahead to tomorrow, Saturday, the last day of the NCAC Championships. How exciting is heading into tomorrow going to be for you and the rest of your teammates?
So exciting. It's definitely going to come down to tomorrow and who wins the meet, and I think that we're going to bring the energy and we're going to bring the fire, so it'll be really exciting tomorrow.
Denison climbed the top of the podium once again in the final swimming event on Friday night as junior Carson Clear broke the NCAC and pool records in the 100 backstroke, becoming the first men's swimmer in league history to win the event with a sub-48 second time after he reached the wall in 47.87.
It was really fun. Honestly, my freshman year, I'd never dreamed about doing something like this before, and it's all about my teammates. They push me every single day in the water, and I got really, really excited from some of the really cool swims. Brett Wyke, he won a 48.5 in his 100 fly, and then Kenny dropped a really cool time. It was like a 55.8 in his 100 breast, and right after that I just got really excited, and people were dropping some great times tonight, and it was just a lot of fun.
That momentum no doubt carried you. A couple of monster swims for you today. A great prelim swim, and then you're able to come back this evening and drop even more. NCAC and pool record with your swim tonight, and we talked before coming on. A big drop in your PR this, in overall comparison. Where were you able to get that confidence, and at what point in the swim did you feel like you had a real shot to be the NCAC champion?
Honestly, it wasn't about trying to win. It wasn't about doing anything extra. It was just my teammates were all super supportive, and just after my parents and teammates and friends and family were all just texting me that they were really excited to see what I was doing and that they were there to support me. It was all in there. I just got really excited and just wanted to swim.
And finally, obviously a great night for the Big Red men's team. A number of individual champions and great swims. What's the mentality been like on the deck for you and the rest of your teammates, and what's kind of the message heading into tomorrow to close out this NCAC championship in a great fashion?
It's all about swimming fast. Coaches just say keep the momentum going. We've historically had a hard time getting the ball rolling at these kinds of meets, and Greg switched up the taper and everything like that. We started training harder in the mornings and resting a little bit more in the afternoons, and so far it's proved to be really good. I'm really happy with it.
Finally, night 3 wrapped up for the women with Kenyon junior Caitlin Foley winning the 100 backstroke with an NCAA B-cut time of 56.07.
Yeah, so coming off this morning, I knew I needed to take it out a little faster in order to kind of compete with the girls next to me, and honestly, I think I was just trying to race. I set a goal for myself to go out faster, and I did, and I know I can always come home strong, and I just had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, you talked about what you learned from this morning in prelims. What is key for you in terms of that time between swims and this morning and then coming back in the finals and being able to perform at your absolute best?
It's super key. It's really important to get back and eat quickly and get some rest. I usually take a nap. And yeah, that's the most important thing. Get rest and get excited.
Every time that one of your teammates steps to the block, you can really feel the support from the rest of your team there, by the side of the pool. Speak to the energy that this ladies team has brought this week and how much that can really drive you and the rest of your teammates to swim as best as you possibly can.
The energy is incredible, and I'm so proud of my team because of it. I think one of the big reasons why I had such a good swim was because I had those teammates supporting me. I just looked to my right and power pose, and I knew I could do it.
In the final event of Friday night, Kenyon junior Ryder Salmons completed the clean sweep of the diving well, this time winning the 1 meter competition with a regional qualifying score of 4:54.25. Salmons is now the first Kenyon men's diver to sweep the boards at the NCAC meet since Derek Zern accomplished that in 1997.
Yeah, so just like with 3 meter, I learned from my mistakes in terms of watching other people on 3 meter, so I really just tried to shut myself into my own little box and just do a practice, and it turned out really well.
We were talking before we came on just the differences between when you first came onto the NCAC scene as a freshman and in your conference championship to how much you've grown and to now obviously cap it off in this junior year with these 2 NCAC titles. How big of a difference have these past couple of years been for you, and how much pride do you take in terms of the growth that you've made as a diver?
Yeah, it's honestly remarkable to look back at last year where I got DQ'd on 3 meter, finished pretty low on 1 meter, to go from that to 2 titles. It's remarkable, and I think it's in part due to the fantastic coaching that I've had from my first 2 years with Andy Scott to this year with my coach Ron Contura, and the support of my teammates and the role models that the NCAC has had over the last few years, from Ben Lewis, Nathan Lightman, Max Levy, Brian Allen, Maria Zarka, all these amazing divers that have gone on from the NCAC and then onto the national stage. They've been really great role models to look to.
A pair of regional qualifying scores this weekend for you. Certainly enjoying how special the NCAC's been, but there's diving more to come for you. Kind of take me through what these next couple of weeks will look like. Obviously enjoying this weekend, but then back to work, I would assume.
Yeah, back to work tomorrow probably, but looking forward to enjoying tomorrow and rooting for everyone. The next 2 weeks, I think it's probably going to look pretty similar to what we've been doing. A lot of dives, a lot of repetitions of everything, some good practices, and then we're off to Chicago with right now Madeline Carlson, my teammate, and hopefully Josh Ewan-Schott as well.
Now let's take a look at the final standings after day 3, starting on the men's side. Denison maintained its lead as the Big Red won 5 of 7 events contested on Friday and have compiled 1,284.5 points. Kenyon sits just 6 points behind Denison in the team standings with 1,278.5 total points. DePaul currently sits 3rd in the men's standings with 752.5 points, followed by Wabash with 716, Worcester 526, Ohio Wesleyan 499, Allegheny 386, Oberlin 268, Wittenberg 250.5, and Hiram with 161 total points. On the women's side, the ladies leaped over DU and hold a 81-point lead over Denison for the top team spot in the standings with 1,252 total points. The Big Red sit in second with 1,171 points, followed by Worcester in third with 737.5 points, followed by DePaul 714.5. Allegheny 596, Ohio Wesleyan 520, Oberlin at 381, Wittenberg with 320 total team points, and Hiram with 216 total points. That will wrap up our exclusive coverage of Day 3 from the 2018 NCAC Swimming and Diving Championships. Be sure to join us again tomorrow for the final day of coverage as Saturday gets underway with prelims at 10 a.m. The women's 3-meter prelim set for 1 p.m. and then we will be back for finals at 6:30 p.m. tomorrow evening. Again, I'm Russell Kramer with the North Coast Athletic Conference. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at NCAC. Thanks for watching and have a great day.